right, we're at Evans Orchard. Now is this technically in Georgetown?
Yes, we're in Scott County.
You know what, beautiful place, we've been here before. But you know, as we go back and look up more traditional stuff, apple cider. Everybody used to have the old cider press. Now you've kind of taken some of the work out of that.
Oh yeah, we've kind of automated a lot of it. You know, you got the machinery now, so that just makes life a little simpler.
And you know what, everywhere I go, I see your stuff on the shelves. We go to our favorite store and there it is. So talk about the process of making apple cider. Obviously you have an orchard out here.
Yeah.
So how does it begin?
Well, like today, we're making a batch, and we sort our apples and grade them out and get the smalls and those type of things out, and we'll set those aside. And once we get a few varieties, different varieties, because we want to mix it up as much as possible. We want it 50-50 sweet and tart. So once we gather all that up, then like today, we need to make about 600 gallons. We're getting toward the end of the season, so we're slowing down.
So that's, wait a minute, that's slowing down.
That's slowing down. During September and October, we'll make 1,200-1,400 gallons, at least twice a week.
Oh, wow.
It just, because we'll supply some other orchards with cider, and we wholesale a little bit out.
Right. So the process starts, you grade the apples out, then where do they go?
Yeah, we're grading them out, double checking everything. We're washing them again, and then they go into our cider room, and there they drop into a big old grinder.
Right.
It grinds them up, and we've got a continuous flow belt press, and we can press about 250 gallons an hour if the apples are nice. That process, it goes between those belts, and we can set the tension to where we want to, trying to get all the juice we can get out of it.
Right.
Then we have a big screen filter that'll gather up, and if we got any pulp that's pushed out the sides and things, it'll screen that out, and we'll do it. And then we've got a holding tank, and that's where we kind of mix up, the sweet and the tart, and we get it about where we want it, and then we'll flash pasteurize it. And we take it to 165 for like 15 seconds, and then bring it right back down. And then we have two big old milk tanks. Then we'll cool it down and get it down to 32 degrees. Yes. So then we're setting, we'll let it settle overnight, and the next morning we'll come in and we'll bottle it up and send it where it needs to go.
So what's the farthest that your product goes in Kentucky?
We used to go to always Cincinnati,
to
Louisville, to Mount Sterling, to Somerset. We kind of catch it that range there.
You ever run out of apples?
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
During September and October, you're really squeezing, you're grinding up as much, and you don't want to grind up your best apples. But there's been days you've had to throw an extra bin or two in there to get what you need. But most of the guys, we got some other orchards that'll bring us cider apples. We'll buy them, mix it in with all of our stuff, and then sell them cider back.
What are the best kind of apples to use for apple cider? And your favorite?
Yeah, well, you got your John of Golds, Jonathans, a little bit of Golden, you don't want a ton of it. And then we've got Gold Rush, which is a tart apple that's probably, to me, is one of the best,
right.
Because it just puts a nice, clean, tart taste in it.
You do make vinegar too, but you say not as much. There's not as much demand.
There's not as much demand.
What's the added process?
Well, we'll just take our regular cider and we'll put it in, in a barrel and let it sit. Kind of turn to wine, then it'll go on to vinegar. And you can speed it up a little bit if you just put a little air bubbles in there, just to kind of keep it going. But we'll let it sit just natural. We got another room, we'll take it and put it in, and it's either a restaurant guy, we'll bottle some and age it in a bourbon barrel to get a little bourbon flavor to it, and the restaurant guys really like that. And then we've got farmers that add it to their feed, to help their cattle. So
helps their gut.
Yeah, and they'll buy 50 gallons at a time.
You know what we found over time? You think back to your grandparents. If you walked in around dinner time, you always smelled vinegar. In relish or pickles. They always had some kind of relish dish where they had vinegar. Vinegar was around all the time back in the day. They're finding out all these health benefits now. I take it daily, apple cider vinegar, and I'm finding out that it does great things for your digestive system.
Yeah, and we have a lot of customers. That's they'll come in about a gallon at a time. It's just another thing we can use for apples.
All right, now obviously it's the time of year, it's fall, it's beautiful out here, but what can people expect to see if they come to your place of business?
Well, see, we're into, Halloween's done, but we still have a great variety of apples, and we'll run those, and we'll have apples probably till Christmas. Right. We still got our play areas there to open, we still have all that. You can still go out and just take a walk through the orchard or walk all the way down to the garden area, so people just enjoy getting out and walking.
And you know what? There's all kinds of Christmas presents around for folks.
Oh, that's right.
You do your Christmas shopping right here.
Yeah, and Jenny and them, we do a lot of apple pies, different types of pies for Thanksgiving. So,
right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out today. We'd love to see this operation going on back here, and we'll see you in the future.
All right, we'll look forward to it.
Thank you so much.